Hello, everybody. John Idago here for Limitless Personal Development. Are you affected financially? Uh, Maybe in your work, maybe in your business, affected by all these things that's happening right now, the coronavirus, the economic, crisis that we are in right now. And if you are, I want to talk to you. I really want to talk to you. And this is the reason why I am recording right now, because I really hope that I'll be able to give you some few tips and some practical tools so you can pivot and navigate through these challenging times. I know that it is not easy. I have close friends who are struggling right now, and people who are into some tough times. Merong nawalan ng trabaho, merong mawawalan ng trabaho. There are businesses closing, and it's just not a fun time right now for a lot of people, and that is why I just felt in my heart. It wasn't planned that I record right now, but I just felt in my heart that maybe some people might need what I am going to share right now, and I want to give 10 practical tools just quickly. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want you to take action, but I want to give you 10 practical tips in how you can navigate through this very, very challenging time. And the first one that I want to share with you is you have to feel what you feel for a little while. And a little while is the key, okay? Yes, you need to accept what you're feeling right now. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling anxious, if you have some fear in your heart, kailangan tanggapin mo yan. Don't pretend that you're not feeling those feelings, because that's not healthy. Don't try to sort of just brainwash yourself naively in trying not to face your problem. Feel what you feel. If you feel down, accept it, but only for a little while. Okay, that's very important. That the first thing is, be honest. Be honest about what you're going through inside, but don't stay there. Don't stay there. So, number one, feel what you feel for a little while. If you're a person of faith, hey, pray. If somehow you have this spiritual connection in some divine being greater than all of us, maybe some of you call it God, or just abandon yourself, your frustration, your fear, to that greater being. And I really hope that as you do that, you will understand that it will be okay. It will be okay, that somehow things will be fine and things will work out. So there you have it. That's number one. Okay, feel what you feel for a little while. The second is, do not panic. Yes, do not panic. I know that with everything that's happening, everything that's going on, it's easy to panic, and naiintindihan ko yan. Especially for family people. Uh, you have to provide for your kids. You have to provide and protect your family. Of course, you will feel, anxious, and you will feel that, worry inside of you, because, it's not easy, and your reaction is nothing but justified. It is normal for you to feel that, but do not panic. Do not panic. the more you panic, the less rational you become, and a lot of the things will be blown out of out of proportion, um, and you will not function very effectively. So don't panic. It's crucial for you not to panic, because the fight is not over. Okay, the fight is not over. If this was a boxing match, the bell just rang. This is round one, and you can't give up now. Don't give up now. And so I really encourage you to not to panic in this time of great challenge. So number three would be ask the right question. Nako, napaka-importante niyan. Why do we have to ask the right question? Because when you lose your job, when business is not going well, a lot of times we actually ask the wrong questions. Again, if you're a person of religion or faith, and if you remember in the gospel, Jesus said, "Ask and you will receive." Seek and you will find, and knock and the door shall be open. But you have to understand, you need to ask the right question. Okay, and you have to ask the right question, because the quality of your life, Tony Robbins said, will actually be affected by the quality of questions you ask. So if you ask lousy questions, you will get lousy answers. When you lose your job, don't just ask, why me? Bakit sa akin to nangyari? Maraming mas masamang tao, bakit hindi sila ang nawalan ng trabaho? Why me? I'm a good person. Your question may be valid, but it's not the right question to ask. The right question would be, how can I move from this situation to a higher level? What is this situation trying to teach me? Where can I work in this particular stage of my life? What can I adapt right now? Those are the right questions, because if you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. So, very important, ask the right question. And number four is connected to number three, and that is talk to the right people. Talk to the right people. Alam nyo, we many times when something bad happened to us, we are tempted, and of course we are relational beings, and that's why we want to share and open up and talk to people. But when things are not going well, especially when it comes to our finance, when it comes to our work and business, you need to talk to the right people. Don't go to people who will just pull you down even more. Don't talk to people. Don't waste your time talking to people who will just nag you down. Nawalan ka ng trabaho? Kasalanan mo yan eh. Kasalanan mo yan kasi talagang tatamad-tamad ka eh. Talagang hindi mo ginalingan eh. And you know what? You hear these comments, the more you will feel bad, the more you will actually, lose your whatever strength you have left, because unti-unti maniniwala ka. You will start believing in all this negativity. So very important. You've got to talk to the right people when you are in this crisis. Okay, talk to people who will encourage you, who will pull you up, who will actually direct you to the right path. And I'm sorry to say this, but I say this as respectfully as I can. A lot of times, the people who are closest to us are the ones who can actually destroy us. Not that they want to, they actually have the best intention, but the way they say things, the way they react to the bad news, it's very it's difficult, and so that's why you need to discern the people who will actually pull you up in this moment of crisis. Okay, so talk to the right people. Number five, define your top three priorities. Very, very important. You know, when you lose your job, for example, you've got to define ano ba yung aking tatlo na pinaka mahalagang priority. We all have a lot of priorities, but what are the three tops? Talagang pinakamataas. Is it, is it paying the rent? Is it you know, providing for your kids? It's different for every single person, every single situation, because some of you listening, you are single, you don't have kids. Some of you need to provide not only for your family, but you're also providing for your loved ones in the Philippines. So you've got to figure it out. What are those three top priorities in your life, and what do you need to adapt now that you maybe lost your job, or you know in your heart that you will probably lose your job or the business is not doing well. So find those top three priorities in your life. And the sixth is connected to this. You've got to define your top three strengths. Top three strengths. Saan ka magaling? Ano yung tatlong bagay na alam mo na ginagawa mo that you can really do quite well, and you can use to rebuild your finance. This is very crucial. This is very, very crucial, because these three will become your pillar in rebounding and getting back up in your income, because you know these three your top three strengths that you have will be your most natural avenue in creating revenue. Are you listening? Etong tatlo na top three strengths mo na to, ito yung magiging most natural avenue for you to create your revenue. Napaka-importante niyan, because if you're doing something that you're good at, that you enjoy, that you're actually kind of expert dun sa bagay na yan, you will be doing it very, very well, and you will be you will feel that you're so passionate about it. And again, the more you love what you're doing, the better you will perform. So very, very important that you first focus on this. I know there are a lot of things we need to do, but you've got to focus on first, ano yung magaling ako? Where can I start? And you start by defining your top three strengths, and you can navigate from there and be creative as you go along. So very important, define your top three strengths. And the seventh is make the most out of what you already have. I repeat, make the most out of what you already have. You've gotta make a sort of parang tindahan, no? Titignan mo yung ano ba yung meron ako that I can actually either recycle or resell. There are things that we have accumulated through the years that perhaps we don't need anymore. So we can turn that particular material into cash that will help you build your new side business? Or what do I have na pwede kong i-recycle and I can use in order to strengthen or you know help me push my new idea, my new business, and I know we all have that. I know we all have that. If you look carefully, there are a lot of things that are just sitting there inside ng ating mga aparador or basement. Just pull it off and sell it. Just resell it or recycle it. You've got to do it. You have to make the most out of what you already have so that it will help you in your starting business. Okay? Number 8 is work on your game plan. Now this is so important and I cannot insist on this enough. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. If you are thinking of creating a business, you need to have a game plan. You need to work on who are your target customers. Sino ba yung target na customer ko? It cannot be, it cannot be everybody. That's not possible. It's not everybody. You need to find a specific target for what you want to sell or what service you want to do, and find those those people that you actually will be serving, and then you have to prepare how you will market your product to that particular importante yan, particular target, because you have to talk the language of those people. Again, walang business na para sa lahat ng tao. No. You look around, you look at all the businesses around, there are always a specific target, and you need to find that. You need to find that. You need to define your specific target, and from there you can define your specific marketing. Okay? So very important. And the result of this is you will be able to work on how you will deliver your product. You will pinpoint paano ko ba ma-deliver yung product ko in an outstanding way. You need to be outstanding. You cannot be average. You've got to be outstanding and make that product something that people will crave and ask for more. Okay? Very, very important. And you can only do this if you make your plan. So work on your game plan. We're almost there. Just hang on there. The 9th is focus. Focus and focus. Friend, starting is good, but finishing is even better. Because many times we can start something, but we can be distracted by negative voices around us. We need to focus. We need to focus. Huwag niyong pakinggan yung mga negative voices na hindi naniniwala sa kung anong gusto niyong gawin. You gotta focus. You've gotta focus and do what you need to do, because you know in your heart that your life, your livelihood depend on it. So just, you've gotta focus. You've gotta focus. Manage your time and really focus on what you want to do. And the last one, and this is the most important, is have faith in yourself. Friend, you gotta have faith in yourself. You gotta believe you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, and in your heart you're saying, wala, hindi ko kaya yan kasi ang daming problema, wala akong ganito, and already you're putting blocks and blocks and blocks of negative limiting beliefs, then you will never make it. You will never make it. Especially in this time of great challenge where the pandemic is really taking so long to disappear. It's not just about the virus. It's the economic impact and I know a lot of people, and again, I'm saying people who are close to me, I see it. People are struggling, and this is one way for you to do it, to pivot and find your redefine yourself, and creating your own entrepreneurial journey, because this is it. This is the new life that we have. Being an employee is not enough. You've got to become an entrepreneur, one way or another, one way or another. So I'm encouraging you. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that you can do it, that God, the universe, life is giving you that limitless ability to create wealth. And put that in your heart, in your mind, because that's why you are here, to create, to bless, to serve. And so that's my sharing for you. And I really pray and hope that as you are going through all these difficulties, especially gusto ko talagang makausap at ma-share ito sa mga tao na nawalan ng trabaho at nag-struggle ngayon. If I could go to your house and be with you and make you feel that, hey, I'm here and I want to help you, I would do that. But again, this is the second best thing that I can do, and I just hope and pray that I was able to share with you some few things that you can use right away. If you lost your job, or that you're somehow going to struggle in the next few months, pivot, retrace your tracks and find ways to recreate and reimagine yourself, because you really can. You are better than good. You are better than best. You are limitless.